Federation, Senator George Akume, President Tinubu said the provision of modern infrastructure for the legal profession was the responsibility of government to improve efficiency, not an interference with judicial independence. He also commended the Minister of the FCT, Barrister Nyesom Wike, for what he described as the remarkable pace of infrastructure development across the Federal Capital Territory. The President noted that the annex complements other ongoing interventions in the justice sector, including the construction of hostels at the Nigerian Law School in Buhari, the Nile University Access Road, and a new fire service station. He also said the project reflects the administration's determination to transform Abuja into a modern and functional capital city. Speaking at the ceremony, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike said the project was approved by President Bola Tinubu through a supplementary budget, following a request by the Body of Benchers chairman of the Body of Benchers, chairman of the Chairman of the bench of the Body of Benchers, His Royal Majesty Albert Akpo-Nuje San, thanked the President and the FCT administration, saying the facility would improve accommodation and support the body's regulatory activities. The Minister of State for the FCT, Dr. Maria Mahmoud, described the annex as a milestone for Nigeria's legal profession, while FCDA Executive Secretary Engineer Richard Dauda said the fully furnished complexes features conference, lounge, and recreational facilities designed to support the Body of Benchers in carrying out its statutory responsibilities. The Body of Benchers later presented an award of appreciation to the FCT Minister for his support to the legal profession. Similarly, President Bola Tinubu has commissioned 10 newly completed staff quarters at the Nigerian Law School, Buhari, reaffirming his administration's commitments to strengthening legal education through improved infrastructure. The President also approved the construction of 20 additional housing units for the institutions. Represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, President Tinubu said providing quality accommodation for staff of the Nigerian Law School as a strategic investment under the Renewed Hope agenda. He noted that a strong legal system depends on well-equipped institutions and commended the FCT Minister, Barrister Nyesom Wike, for driving critical infrastructure projects across the Federal Capital Territory. Speaking at the commissioning, FCT Minister Barrister Wike disclosed that President Tinubu approved the additional 20 housing units after receiving a request to address accommodation challenges at the law school. He added that the approval complements the ongoing construction of the 300-bed student hostel and follows the administration's issuance of a certificate of occupancy for the institution. The Minister of State for the FCT, Dr. Maria Mahmoud, praised the President's commitment to institutional renewal and commended the FCT Minister for accelerating infrastructure development. FCDA Executive Secretary Engineer Richard Dauda said the project consists of 10 fully furnished 4-bedroom bungalows with supporting facilities including roads, water supply, electricity, and parking spaces. Director General of the Nigerian Law School, Dr. Ogungbemisola Odushote, described the project as a major relief to student accommodation challenges, while Chairman of the Council of Legal Education, Chief Emeka Ngige, said the modern housing would enhance staff welfare and help retain skilled professionals in the nation's premier legal training institution. The Federal Capital Territory Administration says its ongoing enforcement against illegal motor parks is yielding positive results, with the newly operational Mabushi bus and taxi terminal providing a safer and more organized public transport system. Officials say the exercise is part of efforts by the FCT administration to enhance security and restore order in the nation's capital. Usman Katung Umar tells us more.
The FCT administration has continued its enforcement operation against illegal motor parks, with officials monitoring compliance at the unauthorized transport hub, popularly known as Jabi Upstairs. Speaking during the exercise, the Mandate Secretary of the FCTA Transportation Secretariat, Mr. Chinedum Elechi, represented by Mr. Usman Abdul Momin, said the operation is in line with the directive of the FCT Minister, Barrister Nyesom Wike, to sanitize the transport sector and ensure commercial vehicles operate only from approved terminals. He added that impounded vehicles would be released after due documentation and a commitment by their owners not to return to illegal loading points.
We are trying to move all of them that are operated illegally in FCT to Mabushi Terminal, and we have started this exercise, and I'm not just thinking, we are achieving a lot of success.
Also speaking, the Secretary of FCTA Security Department's Command and Control Center, Dr. Peter Olumuji, said the enforcement exercise has improved compliance and strengthened security around public transportation, noting that illegal motor parks often serve as hideouts for criminal activities.
Since the inception of this enforcement and operationalization of the terminal on July 1st, we have seen a great improvement in transportation security within the FCT. The residents, the commuters are happy. They now feel safer to commute within the FCT, just like what we have witnessed in the various bus terminal.
Meanwhile, the Director of Transport Planning and Institutional Development at Planet Project Limited, the operators of the terminal, Mr. Demola Olawepo, said the Mabushi bus and taxi terminal has adequate security and operational facilities to guarantee passenger safety, while a commuter, Mr. Hamzat Gumel, commended the FCT administration for providing a modern and well-organized transport system.
This infrastructure is a world-class facility. By the time they got there, they were so impressed that we've never seen anything like this. And we are very, very impressive. A lot of passengers are now the one advocating for more terminals to even be built in Abuja.
Usman Katun Umar, Aso Television News.
The Gwagwalada Area Council Assets and Project Verification Committee has commenced a 5-day physical verification of contract documents submitted by contractors, consultants, and developers. The exercise is aimed at authenticating the documents of individuals and firms with contractual engagements with the Gwagwalada Area Council. Our correspondent, Abdullahi Mukhtar, tells us more.
The 15-member Asset and Project Verification Committee of Gwagwalada Area Council, inaugurated 3 weeks ago by the Council Chairman, Comrade Kasimu Mohammed Ikwa, has begun the verification of contract documents submitted by contractors, consultants, and developers. The committee was mandated to authenticate all contract-related documents and determine their legitimacy, whether issued by the council or from other relevant authorities. Speaking with newsmen, the chairman of the committee, Engineer Momo Chide Ugu, said contractors with genuine and duly verified documents will be cleared for the next stage of processing, including payment where applicable after the exercise.
From this verification, we are moving to the site for the physical verification of the projects they have done. You understand? If it is solar you did, we'll go to the site and know the number you have on ground with what you have in your paper. So based on that one, you will be cleared and your file can be processed for payment.
Also speaking, the Chief of Staff to the Gwagwalada Area Council Chairman and Secretary of the Committee, Honorable Abdullahi Yunusa, expressed satisfaction with the turnout. He assured participants that the exercise was not intended to witch hunt anyone, but to promote transparency, accountability, and proper documentation in the Council's contract administration.
We are not witch hunting anybody, but to make sure that Gwagwalada Area Council wears a new face progressively. All we are after is to bring sanity to Gwagwalada Area Council. The liability in Gwagwalada is outrageous.
Some of the contractors who participated in the exercise expressed optimism that the verification process will pave the way for the settlement of outstanding obligations and enhance confidence in the Council's administration process.
We delivered the job 2 years ago, and you can imagine with funds received from loan based on interest. And all these years now, the interest is counting. We try to service it, but we cannot because we are not receiving any payment. That is why we are here to plead with the new council chairman to consider our situation.
With this plan now, this activity now, I am so impressed that the current chairman wants to know our heartbeat and where our problems is and possibly clear us our debts. So I'm happy.
I am not satisfied with the exercise because our contract file is not being captured. They say that the contract list, our name of the company is not on the list.
The committee is expected to embark on a physical inspection of project after the 5-day document verification exercise before submitting its report to the council chairman at the end of its 6 weeks assignment. Abdullahi Mukhtar, Aso Television News.
The chairman of Kwali Area Council, Mr. Nuhu Dino Kwali, alongside the Vice Chairperson Hajia Ramatu Abdullahi Kamadi, has held separate strategic meetings with the Council's management team and security chiefs as part of efforts to enhance service delivery, staff productivity, and security across the Area Council. The meeting with directors and heads of department provided an opportunity for each department to present an appraisal of its activities, highlighting achievements, challenges, and measures needed to improve performance and deliver quality service to residents. Addressing the management team, Dr. Daniel Kwali expressed appreciation to the Council's workforce for their support and cooperation since the inception of its administration. He assured staff that their welfare remains a priority and called on them to remain diligent, professional, transparent, and accountable in the discharge of their duties. The chairman reiterated his administration's commitment to boosting the council's internally generated revenue by creating an enabling environment that will attract investors, promote businesses, and stimulate sustainable economic growth. He also stressed the need for prudent management of public funds, noting that council resources belongs to the people and must be used responsibly. He warned that anyone found mismanaging public funds would be held accountable. The meeting ended with both the political leadership and the civil service reaffirming their commitment to work together in promoting staff welfare and delivering meaningful development to the people of Kwali Area Council. The chairman later met with security chiefs to deliberate on the security situation in the Area Council. He charged the security agencies to strengthen collaboration, intensify efforts to protect lives and property, and maintain peace across the council. Mr. Daniel Kwali emphasized that security remains essential for development and assured the security agencies of his administration's continued support in safeguarding the lives and property of residents. Now, when Aso Briefing returns, we have more stories for you. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
From June 11th till July 19th, everything fit way. The FIFA World Cup 2026 go happen. Touchlight all 104 matches on top 4 correct channels. Sharply grab your GoTV decoder, Go Tenor plus 1 month dolly for only 15,000 naira. Live on Super Sport, only on GoTV. From June 11th till July 19th, everything fit way. The FIFA World Cup 2026 go happen. Touchlight all 104 matches on top 4 correct channels. Sharply grab your GoTV decoder, Go Tenor plus 1 month dolly for only 15,000 naira. Live on Super Sport, only on GoTV.
There are stories that make the heart race. Where love is born in the most dangerous moments.
Ali was actually Poyraz Ali.
Each secret can destroy everything. It make you feel everything. Catch the sizzling episodes of Sins and Roses at 4 p.m, Domenica Monteiro at 5 p.m, at 6 p.m, and Avenida Brazil at 7 p.m, Central African Time. Only on Novelas Plus.
You're watching Aso Briefing. Don't forget that you can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, and on Free TV, look us up on channel 507. On the UHA band, you can find us on channel 38. The FCT Civil Service Commission has reaffirmed that it will uphold established civil service rules in the promotion of all workers, insisting that teachers cannot be treated differently from other public servants. Chairman of the Commission, Engineer Emeka Eze, stated this while responding to concerns raised by members of the Nigerian Union of Teachers, FCT Wing, who protested during the ongoing 2025 promotion examination. Daniel Obi tells us more.
The ongoing 2025 promotion examination for FCT civil servants experienced a temporary disruption at the National Open University of Nigeria, Dutse Alhaji, following a protest by members of the Nigerian Union of Teachers, FCT Wing. Addressing journalists, Chairman of the FCT Civil Service Commission, Engineer Emeka Eze, explained that promotions in the FCT Civil Service are guided by established public service rules, including the availability of vacancies. He stressed that the policy applies uniformly to all cadre of the service and warned against granting special privileges to any group outside the approved regulations.
There are three things that guide promotion. One is maturity on post, meaning that you have stayed the minimum number of years in a particular post before you are promoted. Two is that you would have scored the minimum cutoff mark. And three is that there are vacancies to the post to which you are to be promoted. These three conditions are clearly spelled out in the guidelines for promotion and the public service rule, to which every civil servant, including teachers, know. So we think that this demand, to me, suggests some sense of mischief.
Earlier, the chairman of the NUT FCT wing, Abdullahi Shafa, said the union was demanding the review of the vacancy rule, the release and implementation of outstanding 2024 promotion letters, and the establishment of a teaching service commission to address issues affecting teachers.
These have not been the system. We are not used to it, and we cannot welcome it. And if these civil service rules and regulations is saying everything must go with vacancy, in teaching profession, vacancy should be removed. Why? Because we as teachers, we teach in the hinterland. Some of us teach in the city. You know how teachers are prone to banditry, kidnapping, and so many other things. So you have no any other good thing to give to the teachers except suppression.
The leader of the teachers union in the FCT maintained that the union would continue its engagements with authorities until its demands are addressed. Daniel Obi, Aso Television News.
The federal government has launched Nigeria's first Manutech University Innovation Port at Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Mudike, as part of efforts to transform universities into centers of innovation, manufacturing, and enterprise development. Speaking at the inauguration, Tunji Alausa said universities must move beyond producing graduates and research papers to creating industries, jobs, and practical solutions to national challenges. He said the innovation port would bridge the gap between academia and industry by bringing together researchers, students, manufacturers, and investors to develop commercially viable products and businesses. The minister explained that the facility will support innovation in artificial intelligence, advanced manufacturing, agro-processing, industrial automation, and entrepreneurship, while leveraging the entrepreneurship strength of the Aba manufacturing cluster. According to him, the project complements the Federal Ministry of Education's ongoing reforms aimed at strengthening STEM education, technical and vocational training, research, commercialization, and youth empowerment. Dr. Lausa added that similar innovation hubs will be established across Nigeria's geopolitical zones to boost industrial growth, create jobs, and support the country's drive towards $1 trillion economy. The Transition Company of Nigeria, TCN, has announced a planned maintenance shutdown at the Apo 132 kV